This is Pharaoh's house.
And welcome to this Holistic Shielding Part 3 from Pharaoh's house. Purge pathways is what I call it. The physical part would be, or the externals or tertiary part will be the lemon water during sunrise, the tongue scraping post ingesting or upon awakening or stirring, some call it getting up in the morning, a gentle enema on a frequent basis that's scheduled and strategic, and then of course a sweat session. Many of you forget to sweat. You don't need a sauna or a steam room to sweat. You can use various rigorous activities to sweat, such as jumping rope in place, or if you are in an environment, so-called climate environment, where you have some heat, such as from the sun, you can sit in a room actually with the curtains or shades wide where the sunlight filters through directly and you just sit in it and under it for a certain amount of time and sweat. You don't need to stifle yourself by putting around your body certain types of materials to induce sweating. Not necessary. The best way to induce sweating is by activity or through activity. Then there's the emotional. You can check your emotions by using pen on paper, using your journal, and looking into such things as your emotional states as a result of interactions or thoughts that you have had, such as anything that came out of them. For example, uncensored rage. For example, tear shedding when you're not even sad. And then, of course, the whole concept of burning things up, burning inside. Then comes the experimental. You want to list everything that has been a looping thought pattern. You want to speak it out loud and often look at it from the backward forward and the forward backward. And then laugh at these nonsense things that are nonsensical things that you have participated in. For example, social media or anything else that's nonsensical or something that just doesn't make sense because, such as an argument or post-argument or grudge that you have against someone or anger that they have against you or you have against them. This is nonsense. And this is all part of that experimental structure. You're going to put pad and pen together and write down or speak out. Then, of course, there's the energetic. We combine the energetic with the physical. You use sage, the type of sage that you use for purposes of cleansing a room or filtering the air. You can do that, and this is not a smudging. This is just for aromatic purposes. You can use your diffuser for this, and you can use sage oil, you can use primrose, you can use lavender all together. This is for the energetic. Some also include sound at the same time. I say separate your sound. That doesn't have to be together with the usage of some type of external aroma. Some use so-called Tibetan bowls or singing bowls. You don't have to do that. You can use natural tones. Be careful, of course, when you're using a digital tone or a digitized tone, because things can be embedded in that. I ask you to refrain from those. And then, of course, when you finish, something that's going to shock you, a cold shower. Not a hot shower, but a cold shower. You can take a warm shower, but then make sure it concludes with that cold water, a brisk feeling. There's a pivot point that you get to. This is beyond the question, and you can call the question part of the pivot point, and you're going to ask and think and contemplate all at once. What are you still holding on to that doesn't carry you forward in the true sense, the true self? This is a pivot point, so it's not necessarily a question. You can say it's a rhetorical question. This is the pivot point, and it's part 3. We'll see you for the next one.